moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Seattle Seahawks. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first down. They're on 17.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game.
And Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing is Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Taken in at the 22. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, Haskins. It's brought in by Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Richie James, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. That's well good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Nice throw. Big man catches the football for a first down, and that big man, that's DK Metcalf, the 9th receiver taken in the 2019 draft class. I think if we redid it, he might very well be the first one off the board. 83 catches for 1,300 yards last year.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Here.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Ebron caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From just shy of midfield, Haskins. Johnson's got it complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
James has got it, complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete here.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. Short little throw to Ebron. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Look at the big man rumble. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll run here with Balaj, and he stopped immediately there. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Steelers 7.
Here's Haskins to throw. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Play action. Haskins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
56, the mic, boys, 56. Check 56.
On second down, this is Harris.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Haskins. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll buy, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaq Lawson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one.
And the pressure gets to him again. Alex Highsmith in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. Eluding under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaq Lawson in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Haskins. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He finds his man, complete. It's Harris, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. They run it with Carson. Carson the first down and more. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
I got it. Hey, alert three, alert three. Big dad.
They run it with Balaj. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. Short little throw to Ebron. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Looking to throw, Haskins. He finds his man, complete. That's James. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 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 Twist.
Haskins will throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue. To play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 54.
They go play action with Haskins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joe Hayden from his quarterback position on the sack that time.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, Wilson looking for the end zone.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Come on, D. Kill, kill, kill. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
On second down now. It's Harris, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Haskins on third down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Hey, they scared. You go tight.
Now a first down carry for Harris. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 39, Haskins throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
And Deontay Johnson has seen his share of targets increase in his first 2 years in the league, and last year finished with 88 catches. Continuing to work on grabbing everything that comes his way. A nice catch there.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They run the counter. It's Carson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Haskins. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33.
2020 was a strong draft for receivers, and the Steelers got an excellent one in the second round, and Chase Claypool out of Notre Dame. 11 total touchdowns last year. Among rookies, only Jonathan Taylor of the Colts had more. A strong catch there.
On first down, Harris.
42 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Haskins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Boswell's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Play action. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That's taken on the 25. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Haskins' throw on target to James. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Haskins to throw it. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Check 13. Check 13. Here we go. Check him up. Check the call. Check the call.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. 56.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They go play action with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
You would think that he had baseball in his past, the way he patrols center field and goes and gets the footballs he just did there. An all-pro for the Steelers each of the last 2 years. His first 2 years with the franchise. He led them with 4 interceptions in 2020.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Being chased out left. Finding room to the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10.
Here's Haskins to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. This is Carson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The battle in the trenches, never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Now it's Haskins. James has got it. Complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Pittsburgh, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3.